Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Swamp at Port Allegany High School for tonight's PIAA Class A Girls Playoff game between the visiting Otto-Eldred Terrors and your Lady Gators. Tonight, we have the number 8 seed, Otto-Eldred Terrors. They're here because they lost on the 22nd to Elk County Catholic, 50-22. And the number 6 Port Allegany Lady Gators lost to DuBois Central Catholic, 70-49. The winner of this game will go on to play the winner of Northern Potter and North Clarion, who are also playing tonight. We'll pause now and turn it over to the PA.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest competition. PIAA reminds you that your admission to this event entitles you to enjoy an exhibition of skills developed by the students in an educational setting. Please give these students your positive encouragement and support. Booing, taunting, or intimidating the official or opponents is unfriendly and unacceptable and will not be tolerated. Remind that Port Allegany High School is a drug-free zone and that all drugs, alcohol, and tobacco are banned on school grounds. Now please stand, remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the visiting team, the Otto-Eldred Lady Terrors. Starting number 5, junior, Carrie Drummond. Starting number 10, freshman, Royal Hicks. Starting number 11, junior, Maddie Bell. Starting number 22, a senior, Kate Reinhardt. And starting a freshman, Allegany Scooter. Otto-Eldred Lady Terrors, coached by Sean Murray. And now give it up for your Port Allegany Lady Gators. Starting at sophomore, number 1, Jenna. Starting a junior, number 10, Moses. Starting a sophomore, number 12, Maddie Eric. Starting a senior, number 23, Kaylia Dow. And starting a sophomore, number 24, Britt Evans. Your Port Allegany Lady Gators are coached by James.
Okay, and we're back after the starting lineups. We'll read through those again just in case you couldn't understand the PA announcer. First for the Otto-Eldred Lady Terrors, starting number 5, Carrie Drummond. Number 10, Rael Hakes. Number 11, Addie Bell. Number 22, Kate Reinhardt. And number 23, Isla Van Scooter. And starting for your Lady Gators, number 1, Jenna Renner. Number 10, Ella Moses. Number 12, Maddie Eric. Number 23, Kaylia Dow. And number 24, Bryn Evans. So, Dan, as we're heading to tip-off here, this will be the third time these two teams have met this year, with the Gators winning the 2 regular season matchups. Tough to beat a team 3 times, but what can we expect here?
Probably definitely a lot more physical play, being this is lose or go home situation. So I definitely expect both to come out pretty strong and pretty aggressive.
All right, and Otto-Eldred wins the tip-off. Reinhardt's shot doesn't touch a thing, rebounded there by Ella Moses. And she'll kick it out to Dow. Gets across half court. Guarded there by number 10, Rael Hakes. Gets it back over to Evans. Still guarded there by Hakes. Back out to Kaylia. She'll shoot for 3. Off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Dow. Back over to Evans. Kicks it over to Ella. Ella double team there. Back over to Maddie Eric. Eric bounce pass inside. Doesn't go. Blocked away by Reinhardt and picked up by Hakes. She kicks it over to Bell, who will slow things down a little here for the Terrors. Kicks it back, couldn't handle it there. It was number 23, Van Scooter. Back over to Drummond. Works in, back out to number 23, that's Van Scooter. Reinhardt there, guarded by Dow. Met by Evans, cross-court pass over to Van Scooter. Works in a little, met by 2 Gators. Down low, blocked away. Great job there by Kaylia Dow.
Definitely got to commend the Terrors on being patient with the ball and looking for an opportunity, not actually forcing it. And they saw a good pick-and-roll opportunity right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Another shot by Reinhardt off the rim. Doesn't go. And a foul on the floor.
Over the back call. Here's it's going to be on
Hakes. Otto-Eldred moving up into a press. Gets it into Dow.
And there's that look to be physical.
Bounce pass over to Evans. She'll lay it up off the glass and in. First score of the night to the Lady Gators, Bryn Evans. Bell now for the Terrors. Met there by Eric. Passes over to Van Scooter. Van Scooter works it in a bit, picks up her dribble. Stripped away there by Renner. Nobody but her and Ella. Renner the whole way, shot up off the backboard, doesn't fall. Bell on the rebound. Great look there, just couldn't finish it. Bounce pass over to Drummond. Drummond working it around. Bounce out to Reinhardt. Thought about a shot. She'll pull up her dribble. Cross-court pass over to Bell. She goes baseline and is met there by number 12, Maddie Eric.
Yeah, Maddie just didn't set her feet just quite right and get to that baseline. One thing that I think a lot of defenders don't use and utilize is the actual baseline as a second defender.
Right.
Because especially in the corners, like where Reinhardt is right now, there's a 6th and 7th defender right there, and that's both the sideline and the baseline.
Shot by Bell. It'll go at a 3. A 1-point Terror lead now. Yeah, you're right. We've seen that all year, Dan. You know, they're trapped in the half-court baseline. You know, you got to use the out-of-bounds as an extra defender.
And sometimes it's just getting there. But here's this physicality in from the Terrors to actually get out there.
Dow fakes a shot, gets it into Moses. She's fouled there. No shot. A push. Going to be on number 11, Addie Bell.
And that'll be on the floor.
So inbounding it now for the Gators is Maddie Eric. Met right there by Carrie Drummond. Eric trying to get it in. Long pass back out to Ella Moses. Oh, her attempted pass blocked by Hakes. Shot by Dow off the rim. Rebounded by Drummond. And Otto-Eldred moves very quickly. Kicks it over to Van Scooter. She picks up her dribble. gets it into Hakes. Hakes back out to Reinhardt. Another three. In!
The Gators are definitely leaving Reinhardt open in the corner, especially even with man defense right now. And Otto is choosing to stay with a 1-3-1 zone, which is definitely negating some of their...
Shot by Evans off the rim. Rebounded by Renner. Her shot up. Doesn't go, but a foul, sending Renner to the line.
I was going to say it was negating some of their inside motion and looks down to Evans or to Renner, but they're able to get some outside shots, which the rims just haven't been friendly to the Gators tonight.
Yeah, that was Reinhardt's third three attempted. Renner's first shot goes. And coming into the game, we have number 30, Lexi Prince. Jenna here lining up her second shot. It's up and in.
Gators coming out in the full court.
Gets it into Prince. She tosses it ahead to Reinhardt. Reinhardt goes quickly now. Pull it back, met there by Evans. Throws it to nobody. Van Scooter attempted to get it, but it goes out of bounds. A turnover for Otto-Eldred. Moses inbounds to Dow. Dow gets it over to Evans. Down to Renner. Renner across court pass back to Dow. Back out to Bryn. She kicks it over to Jenna Renner. Long pass back to Dow. She thought about a shot. Pulls it down, gives it back to Bryn. Bounce pass inside to Ella. Contested, knocked away by Reinhardt. Picked up by Van Scooter. And she'll give it back over to Carrie Drummond, who takes the Terrors the other way. Bounce pass back over to Van Scooter. Into the lane, bounce pass. Hakes, layup, another one. Doesn't go. Rebounded there by Dow. Dow moving quickly. Layup and in. And a tie game, 6-6 with 3:38 to go. Picked off by Ella Moses. Her layup doesn't go, but a block on Drummond will send Ella to the line for two.
Drummond had the right idea, but as soon as she came out, she actually started, then she set her feet, and then she backed right up. And Drummond would have had a perfect offensive foul there. Timeout by the Gators.
Well, we definitely have seen high intensity in this game so far. We'll have the cheerleaders coming out now.
And that's going to be Lily Babcock, Alexis Bennett, Jersey Gamet, Savannah Hart, Lillian Reed, and Mila Sienna, coached by Terry Austin and Alexis Reed. Yeah, definitely. One thing that we've talked about in the past, Jeremy, is the keys to the game, which are rebounds and turnovers. Right now, both teams are minimizing on those. They're trying to capitalize on the defensive rebounds, definitely, but they're minimizing on the turnovers, which is extremely crucial because that's what's keeping it a close game right now. And Otto right there, they had a little lapse. They had one turnover. And Port's capitalizing it on a foul and getting to the line from the free throw line.
I'm sure coach is trying to settle them down. Let's not give it away too early. Very early on. We're about halfway, a little over halfway through the first quarter only.
And another key to the game is actually making your shots from the free throw line. There's sometimes a reason why it's called the nickname the charity stripe.
So Ella lines up her first shot. It's up and in. Now 7-6 Gators. Ella's second shot up and in. Makes both. Inbound over to Prince. Prince trapped there. Long pass ahead to Reinhardt. She does save it before it goes out of bounds. Reinhardt now with the ball. Long cross-court pass over to Van Scooter. Van Scooter looking underneath. Gets it to Drummond. Drummond trapped there now by two Gators. Ball loose on the floor. Picked up by Van Scooter. She'll shoot a three. Off the rim. Doesn't go. Rebounded by Evans. chased there by Drummond. And Brennan gets across half court, gets it over to Dow. She'll shoot.
Deep
off the rim, doesn't fall. Eric on the rebound, her shot in. Great offensive rebound there by Maddie Eric. Van Scooter gets it into Prince. Gets it up to Reinhardt. 2-on-1 over to Hakes. Her layup and in. Long pass into Renner. All alone, she's trapped in her shot. Goes in.
Rapid motion here happening here. And Otto-Eldred calls a timeout, trying to settle him down.
And coach is hot for Otto-Eldred.
He is definitely unhappy with their performance right now.
Which, I mean, I can understand that. Great look there. You score. Port Allegany gets the rebound, just chucks it right over your head, and we're going the other way. So,
which in this high energy motion, they were trying to look to see if something happened, but Otto-Eldred just the Gators just happened to look up and say, "Hey, I got a streaker. Toss it open over. We got someone on a fast break."
Yeah, and that was a great finish there by Jenna Renner. So now it'll be Kate Reinhardt inbounding it for the Lady Terrors.
An interesting tactic. Coach Evans has chosen to back him off. Maybe as a energy saver, because when you output at that rate with full court all the time, it drains into player.
Reinhardt now with the ball. Gets it over to Van Scooter. Tries to get it underneath. Blocked away by Dow and stolen. Moving briskly this way. Loses the handle on it a little bit. Picks it up. Gets it back over to Ella. Thought about a shot. She'll drive the lane. Up. Off the rim. No good. Rebounded there by Hakes. Evans attempted to take it, but will foul. That'll be the Gators' second foul of the quarter. Prince on the inbound to Drummond. That was Bryn Evans' first foul of the night. Drummond now looking for Van Scooter. Gets it over to Prince. Prince works to the top of the key. Gets it back out to Drummond. Drummond into the lane, stripped away by Renner, but kicks it back out to Prince. Her shot up. Off the back of the rim, rebounded by Moses. Long pass ahead to Maddie Eric. Defense was there, gets it over to Renner. Her shot up, doesn't go. That'll be a foul as Reinhardt hits the floor again. That's going to be on number 12, Maddie Eric for Port Allegany. Second for Eric already.
Willow Sowers coming in for Eric. That's one thing you don't want to do is get some of your starting five into foul trouble in the first quarter. Then have to pull them out, obviously.
So Drummond now for the Terrors. Gets it over to Van Scooter. She's met there by Sowers. Back over to Reinhardt. Thought about a three. She'll pass it down to the corner to Prince. Prince works the lane, kicks it back out to Reinhardt. She'll shoot. Off the back of the rim. A tussle on the floor. She'll come back with it. Tosses it to Van Scooter. Great hustle there by Kate Reinhardt. Layup. Floater from Van Scooter. Off the rim. They're on the floor. Jump ball. It'll be Port Allegany basketball.
Even though they're down by 4, I mean, Terrors are definitely staying physical, staying with it. Otto coming out into a full court man.
Ahead to Sowers. She gets it back over to Ella Moses. Moses crosses half court. Met there by Drummond. Crosses her over into the lane. Layup off the backboard. Rebounded there by number 10, Raelle Hakes. Drummond quickly the other way. Picks up her dribble. Over to Prince. Back out to Reinhardt. Another three up. And in!
That three brings them to 1. Cuts the...
On a travel called on Kalia. Yeah, this is the kind of intensity you'd expect from a playoff game here.
Oh, definitely.
Winning, or, lose and you're done. Win, you go on. So 12 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Van Scooter with the ball. Kicks it out to Prince. Thought about a shot. She'll work in. Kicks it back out to Drummond. Drummond in the lane. Her layup does not go, and that'll be the buzzer. Great first half. Sees Port Allegany leading 12-11.
And for our Otto-Eldred cheerleaders, we have Peyton Kaziska. Apologize if I butchered any of these names, folks. Harley Panaghetti. Sarah DeLong. There you go, Jeremy. Haley Farr. Emily Benson. And Shawnee Lacrosse. That is a treat for actually a pretty good crowd now. I was commenting before at the start of the game that we didn't have much of a crowd, but we've actually filled in quite well.
Yeah.
To actually have visiting cheerleaders here because they normally don't travel during the regular season.
Right, and like you said, yeah, great packed house crowd. I'd say about 50% Otto-Eldred, 50% Port. So a lot of faithful Terror fans here tonight making the trip over. While we're in a halftime, just a fun fact here. Otto-Eldred actually has 2 foreign exchange students on the team. Yeah, number 25, Ellie Milcent. She is from France. And number 34, Carla Garcia, is from Spain.
Wow.
So depending on how the game goes, maybe some foreign exchange students could see some action here tonight.
Definitely. That'd be an interesting treat for them.
So at the start of the second quarter, we have Drummond kicking it over to Van Scooter. Van Scooter looking for somebody. Guarded there by Moses. Back over to Prince. Very patient here for Otto-Eldred. Over to number 24, Emily Wheaton. She gets back over to Prince. Into Drummond. Van Scooter stripped away by Moses. Picks it back up. She'll go into the lane. Her layup off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Moses. And she'll toss it ahead to Kaylee Adal. Calls out the play. Dow directing traffic. Down low to Renner. Her shot up. Doesn't touch anything. Rebounded there by Prince. And she'll kick it ahead to Carrie Drummond. Drummond across half court now. Guarded tightly by Renner. Back over to Prince. Prince nearly travels. Gets it over to Van Scooter. Back out to Prince. Over to Drummond. Drummond going baseline. Oh, attempted pass over to Wheaton. Goes out of bounds, and it'll be Gator basketball.
And that's another situation right there where obviously the baseline was still wide open and just a little bit more. Keep going. Could have had a reverse layup. Oh, and there's a lapse in judgment again.
Layup. Oh, doesn't fall. Evans had a wide open. Yeah, Port's been doing that all night. So
yep, they've been looking for that high over the top throw. Drummond, big three.
No good. Rebounded. Scrum on the floor to be picked up by Van Scooter. Tossed over to Wheaton. She'll get it down low to Hakes. Her layup and in. That'll give the Terrors a 1-point lead. Oh, no, maybe. I guess they're saying now they put it up on the board.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like Maddie Eric will be coming back in. Hakes' shot, good. She completes the 3-point play. We see Eric now coming in for Bryn Evans.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but Hakes went in and banked it off there. I know European and Asian markets are actually seeing an increase in free throw takers that are banking it to increase their percentage from the free throw line.
Right.
Just because they don't have to gauge so much the actual angle, with that power item, they can just bounce it off and use a deflection.
Willow Sowers now with the ball. Thought about a shot. Gets it over to Eric. She will shoot. Off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Moses. And she'll shoot. Up and in. We have a tie game sending Ella Moses to the line.
And definitely another physical, just like we said, a physical game coming right out.
Yep. That's on number 5. That's going to be Carrie Drummond. That's her second of the game. Ella's shot up and in. She also completes the 3-point play, giving the Gators a 1-point lead. 5:52 to go here in the half. Drummond with the ball, met there by Renner. Bounce pass back out to Prince. Prince looking for help. She'll move to her left, down the lane, lose the handle on it. And it'll be covered there by number 10, Rael Hakes, and a timeout on the floor for Otto-Eldred.
To save the possession, which is a smart thing to burn because you don't carry those timeouts over into the second half. So use them or lose them. And at the way that both teams are having the energy output, any rest for either team would be definitely
really welcomed at this point.
And the minimal amount of subs that are coming in and out, because during the regular season you might see more subs.
Yeah.
Right now you see 1, 2 each at tops.
Yeah, and only for Port Allegany when we have some foul trouble.
Yeah. So looking in the late third, early into the fourth, you're going to see some tired legs if they're keeping this output.
So Dan, we saw the Gators have a press on, like you said. That's back it off, conserve energy, save your legs, for the second half. Do you think now, we got a 1-point game, put the press back on here to finish, or not yet?
I would
say
say
a different option.
No, I would probably wait another 2, maybe 3 minutes, because you don't want to have a big burst of energy and then have dead legs in the last portion of the second quarter as you're going into halftime, where that might actually come to hurt you later.
Bell into the lane, her layup and in. Moses now with the ball for the Gators. Met there by Drummond. Dribbles around, gets it over to Sowers. Sowers back over to Dow. She'll shoot. Her shot off the rim does not go. Hustle there between Ella Moses and Carrie Drummond. Last touch by Otto-Eldred. And we'll see Prince and Reinhardt coming in for Bell and Hakes. And Bryn Evans also coming in to replace Willow Sowers. Ella gets it into Kalia. Her layup off the rim, doesn't go. And rebounded there by Emily Wheaton. Carrie Drummond now leading the Terrors back down the court. Gets it over to Van Scooter. She'll work the lane, pulls up. Back across to Prince. Her shot up. Off the backboard, no good, right in the hands of Ella Moses. She kicks it ahead to Dow on a fast break. Layup and in. Again, we're seeing those long passes over the heads of the Terrors. So 1-point Gator lead now with 4:38 to go in the second quarter. Van Scooter for the Terrors, met there by Moses.
And while Otto is having occasionally those lapses on getting back on defense on the change of possession, the teams are still right with it.
Yep. Another three by Reinhardt. Misses that one. Rebounded by Renner. She'll get it up to Dow. Kalia storming the lane. Her layup and doesn't go. And a block called on number 23, Isla Van Scooter. That's going to send Kalia to the line. Yeah, this intensity, we've mentioned it. Playoff game. Also the third time you've seen this team this year. A lot of familiarity, A shot up and in by Dow.
And I'm sure that for Otto, they are definitely in that mode of, we want this one.
Yeah.
And they're fighting tooth and nail. And the Gators, on the other hand, have got to come back and say, we got to do everything right. We got to do our job, do every aspect that we normally do.
Second shot by Dow goes, giving the Gators a 3-point lead now. Van Scooter for the Terrors. Works in, met there by Evans and Moses. Kicks it back out. That gets it over to Reinhardt. Back to Drummond. Thought about a shot. She'll go into the lane. Her layup off the rim. No good. Rebounded there by Hakes. And out of bounds. Last touch by the Gators.
And
it's like a timeout. I did not see who called it.
I think Otto.
The Otto-Eldred cheerleaders rousing the visiting fans up here.
Trying to get the crowd into it, get that noise going. Getting the swamp a little louder in here. Echo, even though we've got some sound dampening, it definitely echoes in here.
Yeah.
It gets loud in here when we get going. So, Jeremy, what do you think Otto-Eldred's trying to talk to, trying to draw up right now? Not dream up.
Yeah, well, dream up maybe. I think calm things down. Not necessarily slow it down, but good passes, good shots. We pointed out they worked the baseline and they basically gave up as soon as they got into the paint. They could have went in for a layup, but finish your drives, good passes, get the handle on the ball. And then on defense, you can't keep letting Port just throw it over your head. So gets it over to Van Scooter. She kicks it back out to Drummond and. Her travel.
Her foot was on the line.
Oh, it was on the line.
Oh, foot on the line.
So Ella inbounds now to Kaylee Dow. She'll bring it across, met there by Van Scooter. Dow setting the play up, directing traffic. Back over to Evans, long three, up and nothing but air.
And Renner's foot was on the line down here also as she was jumping out to save it.
Great attempt there by Jenna Renner. And we'll see Prince go off and Bell back on for the Terrors. Drummond gets it ahead to Bell.
Definitely look for Port maybe to start bringing out a little more defense, a little more intensity.
Over to Reinhardt, back over to Drummond. She goes into the lane, layup off the backboard, real good. Oh, hard hit. That was number 10, Rael Hakes for Otto-Eldred. Taking a hard hit to the floor. A foul was called
on Renner, it appears.
Jenna's first. Team second of the quarter. Inbound to Hakes, over to Van Scooter. Back over to Reinhardt. She'll shoot again. Off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Drummond. Drummond reversed. No. Rebounded by Evans. She gets it ahead to Dow. Over to Ella. Down to Renner. Guarded there by Drummond. Pulls it back down. Back out to Dow. She'll give it over to Bryn. Over to Maddie. She'll shoot. Doesn't touch a thing. Picked up there by Bell. Bell taking the Terrors the other way quickly. Long pass over to Reinhardt. Reinhardt over to Hakes. Over to Bell. Thought about a shot. Back out to Drummond. She thought about a shot. Pulls it down. Back out to Van Scooter. Now Drummond. Guarded there by Renner. Over to Hakes. Hakes into the lane. Back out to Bell. Her three. Off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Renner. Jenna letting traffic go by there before she moves the ball down. Out to Kaylee. She shoots a long three off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Drummond. Renner tried to strip it. So we're under 2 minutes here in the half.
And you're starting to see a little more sluggishness, a little more reaches happen from both sides. And that's, a sign of being tired.
A foul on the floor on number 10, Ella Moses. We'll see number 20, Peyton Gordon, coming in for Port to relieve Jenna Renner. And Emily Wheaton for Hakes.
And this is definitely where you're, like I was saying, is that we're finding that you're going to get tired with the least amount, with a small amount of subs in and out.
Gets it into Reinhardt. Stripped away there by Dow. Fast break this way. Nobody around. Her layup doesn't go. Rebounded by Reinhardt. A little too hard there by Dow. Drummond now for the Terrors. Over to Bell. Bell in the lane, loses it, picked up by Van Scooter. Her layup Doesn't go, but a foul on the floor. And that's going to be on Kaylee Adele. Looks like we're going to see Prince coming back in for Otto-Eldred. Van Scooter's first shot does not fall. So Bell and Wheaton off for the Terrors. Van Scooter's second shot up. In and out, rebounded by Evans. And it remains a 3-point Gator lead. 1:24 to go in the half. Moses leading the Gators down. Bounce pass over to Evans. Evans thought about a shot. Inside to Moses, stripped away. Gets it back out to Bryn. Bryn gave it right to Prince. Probably looking for Matty Eric, was not there. Drummond now kicks it over to Van Scooter. Back out to Reinhardt. Into Hakes. Hakes bounce pass underneath to Prince. Guarded there by Gordon. Her shot up. Doesn't touch anything. Moses on the rebound. Under a minute now. What do you think here, Dan? Slow it down. Last shot.
That's what they're going to attempt to, but I'm not sure if the Otto-Eldred's going to let them do that, as they're coming out to draw that 5-second count.
Over to Evans, her shot up, off the back of the rim, rebounded by Moses, her shot up, goes in!
And I have to say is that not a lot of teams are utilizing that 15-foot jumper right from the edge of the free throw line at the elbow to actually score those 2 points. Because you see a lot of teams back off right at that distance because they think they're either going to shoot a Steph Curry 3. Moses picking the pocket.
And Moses coming this way, a little floater right to Dowell, her shot up and in! And that's the end of the first half. With the Gators on a 4-0 run, 23-16 at the half. Well, I hope the second half is that intense.
I hope so
great.
too. That was a good half. That was a good first half. But I do get concerned for the Gators as they're not subbing in quite as much.
Right.
And you started to see some reaching fouls right towards the end of the half, which could translate later if you're starting in sixth, gets into foul trouble. Now you have to go deep into your bench, who might not be able to output quite as many points or the effort. And with Otto-Eldred hanging in there, they're not causing quite as many, giving so many turnovers.
Yeah.
It'll be a very interesting second half to see which team can fight through this.
So we're going to take a break here, get some water, and we'll be back before the start of the second half. And we're back here in the Swamp for the start of the second half. If you missed the first half, you missed an exciting first half of basketball. Gators have a 7-point lead right now, but feels a lot closer.
Agreed. Just there's a small little lapse in turnover judgment that happened right at the end of the half there, where Port was able to go on a 4-0 skid, and which gave them this 7-point lead.
Yeah.
Which up until then, this was a 1-possession game.
Yep.
And swung back and forth. There was at least
five
different
lead changes. Yeah,
5 lead changes.
Yep. A lot of passion. Very aggressive basketball in the first half. So hopefully that continues, and we'll have an entertaining second half of basketball here. Inbounding for the Gators is number 23, Kaylee Dow. Should be inbounding number 10, Ella Moses. And Moses bounce pass over to Renner. Renner down in the corner to Evans. Evans bounce pass out to Eric. Loses it a little bit. She'll pick it up. Out to Moses. Her 3 up. Nothing but air, but rebounded by Evans. She kicks it back in. Great hustle by Maddie Eric. And a push on number 23, Van Scooter. So 21 seconds in, and Otto-Eldred already has her first foul.
But Otto's coming out strong, high energy. They're not being lackadaisical.
Evans over to Renner. Back out to Evans. Bounce pass into Dow. She's shoved to the floor, stolen. Out to Bell. Bell now charging quickly. Her layup. Nothing. Foul. And she'll be shooting 2. That's going to be on number 23, Kaylee Dow. That's her second. So 2 shots here for Addie Bell. First shot up. In.
And Otto-Eldred needs to be capitalizing on the free throws, as every point is going to matter here.
Second shot in.
And many times we find during the, at the end of the game, we look at the end statistics and you see that, you've missed 7, 8 free throws, and you actually end up losing by 5 or 6.
Oh, bounce pass in toward Dow, knocked away by Van Scooter. Bell on the rebound. She'll take it. Her shot off the backboard, rebounded by Moses. And a timeout by Jamie Evans, a 30-second timeout.
And Van Scooter is the one who's popping that out for them, which is crucial, having great defense against Dow. The Gators are just not capitalizing in moving the ball around to look for those opportunities.
Well, hopefully Coach Evans there was calming the girls down. Hey, let's get back to our game. Nothing's lost. It's 2 points. So
make good choices on passes. Look to see what's up. Don't force it, because that's what ends up happening when you're trying to put it into the paint to your post players, is actually forcing it in there. And right now they're collapsing. Really, Otto-Eldred is on Dowell. Right now it's a 4v1 basically.
Evans shot off the rim, rebounded by Reinhardt. And Bell brings it down now for the Lady Terrors. Met there by Eric. Works it around over to Van Scooter. Van Scooter, bounce pass stolen away by Dowell. She's on a fast break. Her layup, no! Rebounded by Reinhardt. Van Scooter kicks it back over to Reinhardt. Her 3 up. Off the front of the rim, rebounded by Dow. Dow looked for Moses, wasn't there. Back out to Evans. She kicks it over to Eric. Eric back out to Evans. Now back out to Kaylia. Guarded there by Van Scooter. Picks up her dribble.
As the Gators should be slowing this down a little bit, because Otto is playing real tight defense right now.
Over to Evans. Back out to Ella. Wide open three. Her shot goes in. Great shot by Ella Moses. Gives the Gators an 8-point lead now. 5:39 to go in the third quarter. Bell met by Eric. Guarded very tightly by Eric. She gets it back out to Reinhardt. She'll shoot a jumper off the front of the rim. Drummond on the rebound. Her shot off the bottom of the rim. And she'll throw it right to Kaylee Dow. Dow, jumper. Off the rim, bank shot in. I think the Gators got away with one down here.
They did, because I could definitely hear a slap.
I could hear the slap.
And I'm pretty sure Drummond's hand is probably red from that type of slap.
Back out to Reinhardt, her three. Off the rim, rebounded by Hakes. Reverse layup and in. Great reverse layup there by number 10, Raelle Hakes. And the intensity now picking up. Over to Moses. Moses down to Evans. Her three up. Off the rim. Doesn't fall. Rebounded there by number 22, Kate Reinhardt. And she'll give it back out to Addie Bell. Bell met by Renner.
And Gators are definitely overplaying her right. Forcing her to go left.
Over to Reinhardt. Back out to Van Scooter. Her three. Off the rim. Right to Moses. Ella slowing it down now for Port Allegany.
And I know it's a big aspect of the game nowadays with Steph Curry and Caitlin Clark.
Shot by Eric.
Long-range artists.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But there is that old saying, you live by the three, you die by the three.
Layup by Evans off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Drummond. Yeah, we've seen a lot of threes. I think we saw one from Dal. She was almost from the white volleyball court line there. Reinhardt's three, up and in. Reinhardt, definitely the long-range shooter for the Lady Terrors. Brings this game back within 5.
She's hit a good 3 or 4 from the corner.
Over to Renner. Renner back out to Evans. Bryn working against Bell. Tries to get it back out to Renner. Will be tipped away. And a timeout on the floor will be taken by Otto-Eldred. And we'll see number 24, Emily Wheaton, coming in for the Terrors. And number 20, Peyton Gordon. And jumping on the mic.
Hey, how we doing, guys?
Special guest.
How we doing?
Sean Lathrop.
Hey, being out in California watching this stuff, you guys are doing an amazing job. Hard to believe that when this started during COVID, it's probably going to offend some people, but I really don't care. This is about the only good thing we got from COVID. Was all this, and then great to see how the success is. You know, it's something that Dan and I were going back and forth when we run a camera and everything else, and then David got involved, and then everybody's involved, and amazing how it's blown up. So I've been listening wherever I go. Congrats to you guys. Keep this thing rolling, and
well, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, boys. Hey, see you later.
Hey, we'll see you.
And a little stretch on that of what Sean, our guest speaker there is. We started, 4 years ago is when this really came about because of COVID, because obviously sports were shut.
Yeah.
Well, sports weren't shut down, but fans watching or participating in person was shut down. And we're one of the few ones that are completely volunteer-driven. We don't take any donations type of scenario for this. This is all of our own free time. So as the action comes back.
Into Dowell, back out to Moses, thought about a shot, pulls it down. She's into the lane, layup, and in! Great move by Ella Moses. And we do have Peyton Gordon on now for the Gators, and Emily Wheaton for the Terrors, number 24. Bell out to Reinhardt, her shot up. In, 3 points for Kate Reinhardt, and her hot streak continues. Now back within 4. Over to Eric, her shot up. Off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Evans. Back out to Eric. She'll give it over to Ella Moses. Moses three up. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Moses. And she'll get it over to Gordon. Thought about a shot. Back out to Dow. Dow met by Van Scooter and Bell. Over to Eric. Maddie now calming it down a bit. Ella now working in the lane. Back out to Bryn. Her three up. Off the front of the rim. Reinhardt on the rebound.
Right there, the Gators capitalized on the rebounds, but they did not actually gain anything from it.
Over to Drummond. Back out to Reinhardt. And Van Scooter now with the ball. Hand off to Bell. Bell calling the plays. Bounce pass over to Drummond. Drummond hands off to Reinhardt. Guarded by Dow. All up in her face. Bounce pass to Wheaton. She kicks it out to Bell. Thought about a three. Guarded there by Eric. Working baseline. Bounce pass out to Van Scooter. Her three up. Off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Drummond. Her shot up. Doesn't touch anything. And Moses on the rebound. And now a foul as they were trying to rip the ball out of Moses' hand.
Otto-Eldred definitely looking for a jump ball from that.
That foul was on Van Scooter. And we'll see Wheaton off and Hakes back on. And Eric takes a seat. And Renner back on for the Gators. That was Van Scooter's third for Otto-Eldred. Gets it over to Gordon. Her three up. Doesn't touch anything. Attempted rebound there by Van Scooter. And stays Port Allegany basketball.
Van Scooter definitely thought that she had saved that, but didn't realize, we got it tipped out of bounds.
Bounce pass into Evans. She gets it back out to Moses. 1:20 to go in the third. Over to Kalia. Her three up was tipped. And that's off of the foot of Raelle Hakes. And it still is Port Allegany basketball. Hakes' face says it all. She is shocked. Peyton Gordon now inbounding for the Gators. She'll get it into Moses. Back out to Dow. Back out to Moses. Thought about a three. Pulls it down. Long pass across to Evans. Her shot up off the bottom of the net. Rebounded by Moses. Moses inside to Renner. No shot. Foul called. That shot did go, but won't count.
As it looked like it was on the foul, they're not giving that much continuation.
And we'll see who that foul's on. That's on number 22, Kate Reinhardt, her first. Gordon again inbounding for the Gators. Bounce pass into Moses, her three up, wide open in! Seven-point Gator lead.
One thing that helped the Gators is that right there burnt about 2 minutes. There's a
travel on number 11, Bell.
About 2 minutes off of the clock down there, just in the multiple rebounds and possessions.
Yeah.
Just keeping it in attempts, and that burned off crucial time that Otto needed.
Absolutely. We'll see Willow Sowers coming on for Peyton Gordon. Yeah, that just seemed to take forever down there. I mean, great for the Gators, but Moses now leading the Gators. 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Bounce pass over to Sowers. Inside to Renner, taken away by Hakes. She'll kick it ahead to Addie Bell, who comes very quickly this way. She'll go into the lane, layup, and off the rim, no good. Hakes on the rebound. Kicks it back out to Reinhardt. Her three up. In!
That is, I think, 3 straight threes for Reinhardt.
Yeah, she is hot tonight. A 4-point lead now for the Gators. 17 seconds to go. Ella probably just going to let this run down, make the last shot of the quarter, if Otto-Eldred will let her. Gets it over to Renner. Renner guarded by Drummond. Picks it up. Back out to Moses and knocked away by Bell. 4 seconds to go. Remains Gator basketball. Gators going to have to get it in, get a good look, and put her up here quick. Renner on the inbound. Get it into Ella. Way too far. Her shot up off the backboard doesn't go. Great shot. I mean, she hit rim and backboard.
That definitely wasn't too far for her.
Yeah.
Just a little off.
Well, when she pulled that up, I was like, that's way too far. Yeah. So at the end of 3, Port Allegany 33, Otto-Eldred 29. And we have the Gator cheerleaders back on.
With Lily Babcock, Alexis Bennett, Jersey Gamet, Savannah Hart, Lillian Reed, and Mila Senna. Well, Jeremy, it's definitely turned into another barn burner coming right back out because going into the half, Otto was down by 11, I think it was?
No, at the half, 7. 7, yeah.
Well, they got it down to 4, so the lead isn't stretching.
Right. I mean, the Gators got to get in Kate Reinhardt's face. I mean, she is the hot hand for Otto-Eldred. I think, what she have, 5 or 6 3-points? Yeah.
And whoever is guarding her needs to not come help side defense. Because if she's staying out there on the 3-point range, you can't collapse to help.
Right.
Because one of the crucial items for the 3-point game is actually penetrating and then dishing back out because that gives your 3-point shooter an open look.
Right.
And now on the contrast, if that starts happening for Otto, and they're starting to tighten up on Reinhardt, it'll give their post players a better one-on-one look.
Right. Now handoff to Reinhardt. Met there by Dow very tightly. She gets it over to Hakes. Hakes guarded by Evans. Bounce pass intended for Van Scooter, knocked out of bounds by Ella Moses. That'll be Otto-Eldred basketball. Van Scooter inbounding here for Otto-Eldred. Gets it into Bell. Addie Bell setting things up now. Not liking what she's seeing so far. Directing traffic. Bounce pass to Drummond. Drummond will hand off to Van Scooter. Works in the lane. Bounce pass out to Reinhardt. Met by Dow. Back over to Van Scooter. Van Scooter pulls it up. Over to Hakes. Stripped away by Kaylia Dow. Great defense by Dow. And we have Addie Bell inbounding here for Otto.
Well, this is another long time period down here at this end of the court.
Yeah, kind of mirroring what Port did at the other end. Back out to Bell. She thought about it. Works in. She'll put up a floater.
And fouled.
Let's see who that's on. That's on number 24, Bryn Evans.
Well, another situation where Otto needs to capitalize on these shots.
That's Bryn's third. Bell's first shot up and in, nothing but net. Now down to a 3-point Gator lead. Bell lining up for her second shot. It's up and in and out. Renner on the rebound. Gets it back over to Dow. Dow being chased by Drummond. Dow over to Moses. Her 3 up. And in! Another great 3-point shot by Ella Moses. Extends this Gator lead to 6 now. Bell, her layup, nothing. Hakes on the attempted rebound. She goes to the floor.
And looks to be a foul against Otto-Eldred. No. Oh, my apologies. That's
on number 10, Ella Moses, her second of the game. Bell trying to get it over Sowers. Long pass picked off by Moses. And a foul on number 23, Van Scooter. I think that's her 4th.
And right there, Otto just wasn't moving enough to get an open look, open lane.
Yeah, Ella was probably just looking at Bell's eyes the whole way.
Yep.
And just read it almost like a football player would and jumped right in front.
Just kind of kept the player just in the corner of her eye, and once she looked back and think, oh, this has been over there for a while. Let's turn around and take a look.
So Van Scooter now off. Prince on for her. Back out to Sowers. Her 3 up. Off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Drummond. And she'll bring the Terrors very quickly. Ahead to Bell. Tipped away by Moses. And Port Allegany basketball. Great defense there by Ella Moses. She gets it into Dow. Just slaps it back to Ella. Moving slower now. She comes down, met by Reinhardt. Bounce pass back out to Renner. Over to Dow. Dow to the foul line. Back out to Sowers. She gets it over to Ella. Another three up. And in! On fire! Ella Moses, 3 straight threes.
The Gators starting to light up. Ella with 3 straight threes.
9-point Gator lead and a timeout by Otto-Eldred. Nothing but net there. All right, now Port has the hot hand.
Yeah. And obviously for Port, they want to start to slow it down when they have the ball to draw out that time a little bit.
Right, yeah, you're sitting at a 9-point lead. I'm not saying comfortable yet. You know, there's still a lot of game left, 5:54. But like you said, now let's slow her down. Let's start draining that clock out a little bit.
And we got the Otto-Eldred cheerleaders. Peyton Kaziska. Harley Panaghetti. My apologies. Sarah DeLong, Haley Farr, Emily Benson, and Shawnee Lacoste. And we'll also, at the end of the game, we will have a post-game interview, depending on who is the outcome winner.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, there will be a post-game interview. Not sure with who, but Coach Evans for sure. So please do hang around for that. And I'm going to apologize ahead of time. It's going to be my first on-camera interview, so have a little patience with me. Okay, we're breaking the timeout here. And we see for Otto, Reinhardt, Drummond, Hakes, Prince, and Bell. And for Port, Sowers, Moses, Renner, Evans, and Dow.
And definitely I can see the Gators coming out with a little bit stronger defense to hopefully cause a turnover. As you know,
and Reinhardt, her three up off the back of the rim. An attempted rebound there by Drummond, but bumped by Ella Moses, and she's called for the foul. It's going to be Ella's second or third foul.
And that's something that Otto might be wanting to try to do, is actually create more fouls, which will cause people to be...
Wide open layup by Drummond. Great pass by Bell. It was Ella Moses' third foul. Yeah, great look there by Bell into Drummond. Great finish by her. So Dow gets across half court, met there by Drummond. Gets it back out to Moses, hanging way back by the half court line. Takes it in the lane, kicks it back out to Evans, way back out to Dow, certainly slowing it down now.
Yeah, they're in more of a stall, trying to draw out the clock.
Back out to Sowers. Sowers in the lane, stripped away by Bell, right to the hands of Evans. Her layup doesn't go, rebounded by Prince. And she kicks it back out to Drummond. Drummond moving very quickly. And she'll be met there by Willow Sowers. Bounce pass out to Prince. Prince looking. Works it into the lane, pulls it up, back out to Drummond. Thought about a three, no. Bounce pass into Hakes. Hakes nearly stripped away by Renner.
She fought through it.
She did. Put the shot up off the backboard. Gators on the rebound. 4:35 to go here in this playoff game. Dow over to Sowers. Reinhardt coming out to meet her. Oh, and a clear push from Addie Bell right in the back of Ella Moses. Incidental, I think. No harm, no foul, but...
Yeah, and I know that some people, I know this type of stall ball is not always the most favored looked upon. And I know that probably in a couple years, two, maybe 4 years, we'll be seeing a shot clock appear. Probably not just here, but I know New York State has it. There's about half the states that actually enforce it.
Well, I mean, a long pass in from Moses to Dow. Dow into the lane, her layup, no, a foul. Yeah, I agree with you, Dan. It's not the most exciting basketball, especially what we've been seeing all night. You know, it's been fantastic. And then you see him slowing it down. Clearly the right choice, though.
Yes.
So that foul on Bell, her fourth. That's now two players for Otto-Eldred with 4.
It's not as if it's against the rules either, doing the slow down.
Yeah, right.
But it's just one of those things where you have this fantastic game we've got going on right now, folks, and then we slow it down to a crawl, and it's just, oh.
Dow's second shot, no good, doesn't make either of them. Rebound by Prince. Gets it over to Drummond. Drummond holds up her dribble, kicks it back out to Prince. Gets it over to Hakes. Hakes met by Evans. Gets it back out to Prince. Prince looking underneath to Bell, knocked away by Moses. Scrum on the floor, Maddie Eric picks it up. A lot of passes, boy, that was close. But gets it back to Moses. 3:50 to go in the game. Back out to Maddie Eric. Reinhardt out to meet her. Plants her feet, back out to Dow. Dow around Drummond, into the lane. Her attempted layup, foul. And a timeout will be taken. And we'll see Isla Van Scooter back in for the Terrors. We have the Otto-Eldred cheerleaders now back out. That foul's on number 22, Kate Reinhardt, her second.
So what do you think choices for Otto-Eldred right now?
Well, I mean, you got to get the ball back from Port. But I think they've been doing a lot of things right. You know, they've been getting down here. They're working the ball around. Just can't quite seem to, get into the lane and finish, Been seeing just a lot of passes.
Yeah,
so
they're not able to see a good look.
Yeah.
Defensively, though, I can see them being one foul away right now. Maybe create that one extra foul on a free throw shooter that has not been at the free throw line.
Yep.
Because you got players like Dow and Moses and Evans who are actually really good free throw shooters. But if you can get them the ball and get the other players that might not be quite so
right.
I don't know everyone's statistics, but I do know that Renner can hit them, Dow can hit them. You don't have many choices.
Yeah.
And
who do you foul if they're all shooters?
Yeah, agreed. And Eric can shoot the three too, so it's not as if anyone outside that of the five is one of those targets.
Sure.
Thinking back in the day, it was like, oh, let's foul Shaquille O'Neal.
Right.
Shaq will miss almost every time.
And Dow will make this first one. And nothing but net there. So Kalia now lining up for her second shot. 8-point Gator lead. It's up and in and out. Drummond on the rebound. And she's moving very quickly this way.
Sees an open
all
lane.
the way. Takes it herself. Off the bottom of the backboard. And a foul is going to be called. That's on number 1, Jenna Renner.
And Drummond definitely saw that open lane the entire way where Reinhardt was in the corner and
it was a great look by Drummond. Her shot in.
And right now, this is another situation where Otto should be doing the exact same thing, trying to draw the fouls because they're one foul away from the free.
Right.
From constantly doing that. And with the starting five for the Gators still out there, the least amount of subs coming in and out.
And Drummond's second shot in. Also in now for Otto-Eldred is number 14, Leah Perry.
6-point game, 2 possessions. Right now, Gators have just got to make sure that they pay attention to making the correct choices.
Right, yeah.
Because if not,
don't throw it away here.
If they create more turnovers.
Eric shot up off the rim and gets it back in. Reinhardt gets it back in. And Dowell over to Moses. Moses 3 up off the back of the rim. Eric on the rebound. Her shot off the side of the backboard. Another shot off the backboard, but Moses' rebound, no good. Rebound by Prince. Boy, Ford stripped away here. Moses on the floor, Drummond with the ball. Gets it over to Prince. Prince stripped away by Renner.
And
that was a great defensive play by Jenna Renner.
I think. And that is called on, I think, Eric.
Well, that's going to send Lexi Prince to the line regardless. That's the 5th team foul of this quarter for Port. We haven't seen exactly who that is on yet, but that was on Eric. Prince's first shot up and in.
And right there's 3 fouls on Eric. Into the bonus, which if Otto can be aggressive, it might be able to capitalize on it.
Second shot, none of the net. So Prince makes both foul shots, brings it within a 4-point game. Drummond on the floor. Dowell takes advantage. Long pass back over to Maddie Eric. Gets it back out to Ella. And a timeout will be taken by Coach Jamie Evans. 2:31 left to go in the game. 40-36, Port Allegany.
And I will have to say that right now, Coach Evans is probably telling the Gators, listen, you have to do everything right now. You cannot make turnovers. You have to make those good choices, good shots, and capitalize on it, because we saw right down there in the last possession for the Gators, they didn't rebound.
No.
They did not. Eric got, I want to say lucky, because she got a rebound 3 times in a row. But if the rest of the team was actually finding a person, boxing them out, might be able to get those layups.
Yeah, certainly probably not in stall mode anymore.
No, because with a 4-point game, technically you could have a 1-possession game.
Yeah.
Because,
Oh, yeah, you foul him on a 3. Kate Reinhardt, she's been quiet here a little bit in the fourth, half of the third and most of the fourth quarter, but, she's still lingering out there. Like we said, 5 or 6 made threes already. So. And
Dow has been, like we said in the third quarter, has been actually shading more to stay close to her, to Reinhardt, to minimize that 3-point risk.
Yeah. And it's been working.
But on the other hand, as we said, is that losing that help side collapse definitely causes a little more openings for driving to the paint, where we saw Drummond and Van Scooter actually performing well.
So that ball knocked away by Kate Hildebrandt. Remains Port basketball. Moses getting it into Evans. They're all bottled up there. Gets it over to Eric. Eric pulls up a shot. In! Great shot from the foul line by Maddie Eric. Gets it over to Reinhardt. Dowell all over. Inside to Hakes, and Bryn Evans is going to commit a foul.
And Evans right there reaching over with the opposite arm, which is a very clear indicator for the referees that, yeah, you're reaching over the back.
So that's Bryn's 4th. And we'll see Bell and Van Scooter now lining up to come back in for Otto-Eldred. Hakes' first shot, no good. And we'll see Perry go off. Hicks lining up for a second shot. It's up and in and out, rebounded by Moses. She'll pass ahead to Kaylee Dowell. Down met there by Drummond. Working it around into the paint. Bounce pass out to Eric. She'll shoot. Up, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Reinhardt. And she'll lead Otto-Eldred. Pulls up, back over to Bell. Bell really thought about it from way out.
Yep. Drummond
into
drives.
Drummond drives the lane.
Yep.
And a charge on Carrie Drummond.
Eric definitely got there in time and set her feet.
Yep, great job.
That's Drummond's 3rd.
Long pass from Moses ahead to Renner. Renner against Van Scooter. It's slapped away by Van Scooter. And she'll bounce it over to Bell. 1:32 to go.
Van Scooter was definitely looking for a fast break opportunity, but no one was breaking for Otto-Eldred.
And that's going to go off Bryn's foot, remain Otto-Eldred basketball. Drummond now inbounding. And we'll see Peyton Gordon coming in for Bryn Evans. Drummond gets it into Van Scooter. Thought about a 3. Oh, double dribble.
Saw an opportunity, tried to get in there.
And Evans back on. Prince on. Perry on. Bell off and Van Scooter off.
Yep. And it looks like, Otto's coming out with full court, keeping everything tight.
Right. And they've had some very good defense tonight. Over to Ella. Moses directing traffic, getting ready to move. Gets it into Dow. At the foul line, met by Reinhardt. 6-point Gator lead. Moses bring it down for Port. Down low to Evans. And a foul. Yep, that's. You're going to hear the Otto-Eldred bench screaming to foul. It's going to send Bryn Evans to the line. That foul is on number 14, Leah Perry. Well, the first shot for Bryn goes in. And Bryn's second shot up and in. And we'll see Peyton Gordon come back on and Bryn Evans go off. Drummond now inbounding for the Terrors. Gets it ahead to Bell.
Look for three-point opportunities here for Otto-Eldred. They can't afford anything else, at least a small amount of time.
Set back out to Van Scooter. Cannot handle it cleanly, but stays on this side of the court. Guarded by Moses. Bounce back over to Drummond. Thought about a shot. Works in. Back out to Van Scooter. Her three up. Off the rim. No good. Knocked away by Hakes. Moses on the rebound. And that is going to be fifth foul for number 23, Isla Van Scooter.
Who has played a fantastic game.
Fantastic game.
This has been a barn burner. A couple, missed threes. Definitely with the Gators, with Moses lighting, heating up right there at the beginning of the fourth. That really stretched the lead out. Really made a huge difference in this game.
It sure did, yeah. And I mean, from start to finish tonight, fantastic game. First shot by Moses doesn't fall. The people here definitely got their money's worth tonight.
Definitely. And as the Gators trying to close this out with 22 seconds left.
Ella's second shot in. Now to the 9-point Gator lead with 21 seconds to go in the game. Bell down to Reinhardt. Her shot up off the backboard, rebounded by Gordon. And she'll be fouled.
And a double dribble.
Double dribble. Double dribble there on number 20. Peyton Gordon brings Addie Bell to the baseline inbound. Should bounce pass into Hakes.
And they can't wait.
Oh, knocked away by Maddie Eric. Rebounded by Moses. 7-6. Running down. Port Allegany is going to move on in the PIAA Class A playoffs with a 45-36 victory. And I'll see you guys on the floor.
Yepper. And as we close out and we let Jeremy run down, because we got to drop a microphone down to the floor right now, who will be interviewing Coach Evans and another player from what I understand. And only our second post-game interview. So I do apologize as we are doing this. We haven't exactly been able to figure out the mechanics exactly of this. But another great barn burner here at the Swamp, where Port Allegany outlasts Otto-Eldred. As we had said before, that the playing a team 3 times is definitely something difficult to pull off. As you saw here, right up until the fourth quarter, the Gators were definitely tested by Otto-Eldred, who definitely played their hearts out. So as you see the crowd mingling around, this is the last, as far as I'm aware, the last home basketball game, as the boys had lost their playoff game versus Otto-Eldred Friday night, and their season came to the end. And Otto-Eldred boys is definitely a talented group of boys. Wish them the best in the tournament. And as the girls move on, they'll play the winner of Northern Potter and East Clarion, I think it is. Which, not sure. I don't think we have the results of that yet. So we'll hope to look for that, and we'll be able to check in on that later. And it looks like we've got Ella Moses coming in for our first interview, and we'll be throwing it down to Jeremy down on the floor.
Okay, we're here post-game with Ella Moses. Great game, Ella. Intense the whole time. Give us some thoughts on the game.
It was definitely fast-paced. We knew they were going to play us hard. Everybody kept telling us it's hard to beat a team, especially 3 times. Mm-hmm. So I think we all had it in our heads. We were good. It definitely was intense. We moved the ball around good. Started to get them tired. They kept switching their offenses on us. So we had to make some quick adjustments.
Very good, and you got a hot hand there. Quick 3 points or 3 threes. Really brought the Gators back. What were you thinking in those moments?
I was just thinking I need to shoot, and I focused on my form, and I prayed that the ball went in each time.
Well, it was a fantastic job. Now, you guys play the winner of Northern Potter and North Clarion. Northern Potter wins. We're here again. So is there a preference for you guys?
Yeah, we definitely like it at home. We like the spirit. We love to see our fans, so we're hoping Northern Potter wins. If not, we'll take it on the road with us. Great game. Thank you for doing the interview, and we'll pitch it back upstairs. Thanks, Ella.
All right there, folks. Do apologize. That is Ella Moses there. But, yeah, it's going to be North Clarion or Northern Potter, one of the Norths. And as we're trying to see if there's if Coach Evans is able to have a talk or not, as we're waiting, as Coach Evans is actually being interviewed elsewhere. But, yeah, so I don't have the statistics, folks. I wish I did. But I know Reinhardt had, off the top of my head, 15 points at least for Otto-Eldred, possibly the high scorer. Drummond, I think, had 2 or 4 from the free throw line. Moses had at least 9, maybe 12, 9 from the three-point line, and I think 3 from the free throw line. So either way, both teams did, one of the keys of the game was minimize the turnovers. Otto-Eldred just couldn't capitalize 100% on their actual, on their possessions. And we've got Jamie Evans coming in right now.
Here with Coach Jamie Evans. Great game, Jamie.
Thank you.
Start to finish, high intensity. Any comments as you guys are looking to play again coming up?
Yeah, well, I think you're right. High intensity's right. It's tough to beat a team 3 times. I just said, we know them as well as anybody, and they know us as well as anybody. So, no surprises. It was just who had the better will to win. I thought mentally we came ready to play. One of our keys is controlling the basketball, and I thought we did an excellent job of that in the first half. Fourth quarter, we turned it over a few times, but, they increased their pressure at that point, and that's to be expected a little bit. But, I thought we stepped up and brought the energy that we needed to bring.
Right, we saw Kate Reinhardt with a hot hand for Otto.
Yeah.
Ella Moses, we just interviewed, great shooting. I think she had 3 straight threes. What can you say about Ella's performance tonight?
Yeah, I just told the newspaper guys, I'm not sure she's made 4 threes all year, so to make 4 tonight is huge. But that's what they were giving us. They went to a little box and one there on Kaylia in the second half because of what she had done the first half. And really, they were giving us the outside shots. So, I told all the girls that they had to step up. We had to take those outside shots, and credit to Ella. She stepped up and made them.
And one last question here, Coach. Right now, Northern Potter is playing North Clarion. Do you have a preference?
Well, I'd say our preference is Northern Potter just because it's closer. But no, we're going to play the next game in front of us. We got to this step last year. We lost in the 5th place game, and one of our goals all year has been to advance a little bit further than we did last year. So, whichever one of those 2 wins, we're ready to play. We're gonna go there and do our best and see if we can advance to the state playoffs.
Well, great game tonight, great win. Congratulations. Thanks for doing the interview.
No, thank you.
All right,
thanks.
Alrighty, folks. Well, apparently Jeremy had if Northern Potter wins, we'll be here possibly. Not entirely sure, but definitely stay tuned. Check any type of announcements on whether or not, where we're going to be at. And we'll sign off and have a great one, folks. Thanks for joining us.